this back again. Yeah, I love that term, melanin soul, brothers and sisters. And it's an awesome, powerful sister. She came on the platform some months ago, ripped it up, brothers and sisters. And it's an honor to have her back again. And she's going to drop some science to us in terms of that natural healing powers, I believe, of African minerals, is it, sister, or oils?
Oils, yeah.
Fantastic. How you doing, my queen?
I am blessed. I am blessed. I am pleased to be here. So yes, thank you for inviting me and looking forward to it. Yes, I was at the Birmingham event. So yeah, it's lovely to be here.
Famous already, sister. Famous already. I know last time you came, you talked about the grounding. And I know that had a massive impact, sister. Because I know today you're going to talk about African oils, okay, which is brilliant. We can't wait to see your presentation. But sister, can you just let those who wasn't on the platform last time, what do you mean by grounding and what are the benefits? Just very quickly.
Sure. So what I mean by grounding is this is something that our ancestors and our people still do. You take your shoes and your socks off and you place your feet on the earth, on the grass, on the earth, and you ground. And what that does is the earth is full of electrons and we are made up of electrons. So in terms of moving energy around the body, when you ground your feet on Mother Earth, you will get the benefits of those electrons coming through Mother Earth and working through your body. And they help reduce inflammation, they help balance hormones, they really help you reduce your stress and anxiety. And I do this every single day, no matter what the weather. The wetter the grass or the ground, the more charge you get from the electrons from the ground, and your grounding experience is much more beneficial to the body. So yeah, you walk barefoot at home. Many of our brothers and sisters walk barefoot every day, which is why their immune systems are strong, and they are walking holistic health individuals and communities. It makes a massive difference. There you go, Brother Andrew.
What would you say though, sister? Because you made some serious points. But what would you say for those who say, look, we live in London, we live in England, does that grounding apply to us?
Absolutely, absolutely. So you can ground in a park, you can ground, if you've got a small area outside of where you live of green grass with earth underneath, enough to put your feet on, you can ground. So wherever you are, and there are many parks in the UK, you can ground in woodlands, wherever you've got that natural earth. And I think this is really important, if you are unable to ground because you have some form of disability and you can't get outside of your house, the next best thing that you can do, if you're wheelchair bound, what you can do is you can soak your feet in like warm Epsom salt water. So you might have a foot bath, soak your feet, hold on to your crystals, say your affirmations, etc. Be looking out towards the window so that you can get the UVB light in, and you can ground that way. So there are different ways that you can do it, but it does cover all of us here too.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, sister, without holding you back any further, you've answered the question so powerfully. Someone said, sadly, if she used to do that in her local park, it'd be pure dog doo-doo and syringes around her.
So my sister, go and find another park. There'll be one that will be fine for you, and find your spot. They're there, trust me. But I hear you.
Beautiful. All yours, my queen. Let us know. Teach us tonight.
Okay.
All yours.
All right.
You can share. You can share.
Let me find
this is our beautiful sisters, brother, sister queen, brothers and sisters. Sister Abby, yes, she was in Birmingham. She's blowing up all over the UK, and she's soon traveling back to the motherland for more wisdom to share with us. All yours, my queen.
Okay, thank you. Let me just get slideshow on from beginning. Here we go. Okay, so the power of indigenous West African oils for holistic health. So tonight I'm going to be talking about 3 specific oils because I am on a timeline and I will stick to my time. And I traveled to Ghana earlier this year. So the oils that I'm going to be talking about tonight are the oils that I sourced while I was in Ghana. But before we actually go into any detail, I just want to share with you, oops, hold on a minute. For some reason, my screen has frozen, Brother Andrew. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, my queen.
Yeah.
You want to start that one again? You want to come off it again, or?
Yeah, I'm just wondering why it's not. Let me try something else. There we go. Okay, great. Okay, a little bit about me. So my name is Abby Osho. I'm the founder of Soul Melanin, wife and mother of two amazing young people. My son is 19 and my daughter's 22. I'm a holistic empowerment coach, so work primarily with melanin-rich women that are going through some form of transition in their life and need some support along the way. I'm the author of Nature's Medicine for the Soul. I'm an essential oil educator and a leadership mentor. So I wanted to just explain to you the difference between a carrier oil and an essential oil. So what is a carrier oil? And these are the oils that I'm going to be focusing on speaking about tonight. So carrier oils are potent fatty acids. So they're generally quite thick in their nature. They are derived from plants and animals. So for those of you that might recognize an oil called emu oil is one that is used, it isn't by me, I use everything plant-based, but I know people that do use emu oil, and it's actually the fatty tissue that is underneath the second layer of skin of the emu. And that's used for things like eczema, psoriasis, and many different skin ailments. Carrier oils have minimal aroma. So some of them have a little bit of a smell, something like neem oil. It's one that I'm probably not going to get a chance to speak about tonight, but it has quite a pungent smell. But many of them have very minimal aroma. And they're regularly used to dilute most essential oils. There are some essential oils that don't need dilution, but many of them do because they can be quite heavy on the skin. So the premium quality carrier oils are always cold pressed. And what that means is you actually cold press the oil from the seed and you get it to release. So you're not adding heat, which means that you're not interfering with any of the therapeutic benefits of the oil. Now, what's really interesting about the carrier oils is many people use the term carrier oil is that's the oil that carries the essential into the body. And you're absolutely right. However, our indigenous carrier oils that we get from West Africa and all over Africa are far more powerful than just a carrier oil. And when I was actually out in Ghana, what was interesting is, sourcing the oils and taking these oils out by the ton, Europeans, as we know, Americans, were all there taking our oils out by the tons, using them in cosmetics, bottling them up and selling them for a whole range of reasons. But in Africa, when I was actually in Ghana, it was quite challenging to find the oils. They kept telling me I could get the seeds and I could get the herbs, which are also very powerful, and I could get the leaves, but I couldn't get the oil. So when I found the oil, what I identified is that even as a people, we use these every day to keep ourselves healthy, but we don't always recognize the benefits that we actually have in these incredible oils. So what is an essential oil? And many of you and some of you will not use essential oils on the platform, but essential oils are derived solely from the plant world. So they'll come from the rind of a fruit. They'll come from petals or flowers. They will come from trees. They'll also come from seeds, and they'll come from the bark of a tree as well. So the oil captures the plant's aroma, which is why when you smell an essential oil like lavender or peppermint or frankincense or myrrh, you'll get that rich aroma that goes straight up through the olfactory, which is your nasal area here. And what happens when you smell that essential oil is that smell is carried all the way through the olfactory. It links to the limbic system, which is the seat of emotion, which is why if you smell something like orange, and let's say that you're with your grandma somewhere in Africa or in the Caribbean, the minute you smell that, that memory is going to take you back to when you were 6 years old, when you went to visit your grandmother. So that's the power that essential oils have. They are highly volatile molecules. So what that means is they're very, very small molecules, but they evaporate at high temperatures. So again, when you are using essential oils, the best type to get will always be steam distilled. So it's a similar way to cold pressing, but you're extracting the oil through the steam. That way you keep all of the properties or the therapeutic benefits of the oil. Many are mixed with carrier oils because carrier oils help to drive the essential oil further in through the skin so that they can actually penetrate the cell. So with a carrier oil with an essential oil, they are what's made of what we call lipid fat. And it's the lipid fat, which is the same as the lipid fat that you have around the outside of your trillions of cells in the body. So they're able to penetrate and get right into the cell and aid healing from that point of view. So I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to stick to time. So we're going to talk about Moringa oil. Now, I know that many of you are very, very familiar and maybe use Moringa seeds or Moringa powder, but Moringa oil is also extremely powerful. It's very rich in nutrients. So you've got your vitamin A, your vitamin B, C, and E. You've got your essential amino acids, your zinc and your iron that may benefit blood circulation. In fact, they do benefit blood circulation. So you've got all of these wonderful, wonderful nutrients and minerals in this particular oil. And when you're using this to kind of help you at this time of the year, it's a natural anti-inflammatory. So again, if you suffer from any kind of, inflammation, then this is a wonderful, wonderful oil to use to rub on that area. It also helps to balance cholesterol levels. As I've mentioned, you've got your vitamins and minerals that help nourish our hair and definitely promote its growth. It's a wonderful oil for promoting digestive health as well. It supports a healthy heart. It's a natural immune booster. And in these times when we're going through these seasonal changes, which is why I wanted to speak about this tonight, we have to 100% ensure that our immune system is absolutely 100% strong. Really, really important. Whenever the seasons change, you will get some form of reaction, and that might be a bit of a cough or a bit of a cold. These are things that have been around, we know, since millennia. It may be flu. Oh, forgot, we don't hear that word anymore, but it's still here, it still exists. So we just have to put things into perspective. But boosting immunity is absolutely key. It's also very good at reducing high levels of toxicity. There's lots of that that's floating around in the air. That's a whole nother program. But anyway, just be aware of all of the benefits, and it's very, very supportive at helping skin issues as well. Cleansing the skin, cleansing cloggy pores. So these incredible oils that are our indigenous ancestral oils work extremely well for everybody, but particularly for us. Okay, organic hemp seed oil. You can see it's that rich green. It's a rich greeny browny color. Again, has many, many properties, all of which I haven't got on here. But it's very rich in unsaturated fatty acids, omega-3s and your omega-6s, as I've mentioned before. So wonderful for skin, wonderful for allowing antioxidants to move around the body. So we need the antioxidants because they help to bring oxygen to the cells. They stop free radicals, which I call the bad army, from getting in and attacking our healthy cells. And they really do help to just keep those cells healthy. Again, it's another natural anti-inflammatory. Very many things in there in terms of fatty acids are key to support hair growth and allow for our hair to be less brittle. It contains something called gamma-linolenic acid, GLA for short, and vitamin E. So highly effective for soothing things like premenstrual stress and menopausal symptoms. So really, really helpful at doing that. It also supports healthy brain function. And what I mean by that is, our brain can suffer from degenerative cells. So what we want to make sure is we're keeping enough oxygen in there so we don't get neurodegenerative cells that are taking place before their time. You can add a drop of this to your salad dressing and ingest it, and it will give you all of those benefits, or you can use it topically on the skin. It's your choice. Both ways work well. And the final oil, because I'm conscious of time tonight, and one that I love, and those of you that heard me speak in Birmingham will know I spoke about this one in detail.
Take your time, sister, because this is so powerful. Don't rush it. Take your time.
Okay, all right. So, organic Baobab seed. So Baobab seed is our ancestral tree. It's known as the tree of life. This is the tree that connects our ancestors to spirit. So many of our ancestors, what they would do is they would bury the spirit of the ancestors in the Baobab tree. So it's a really powerful tree. These trees will live up to 6,000 years old. I think the oldest one on record, the carbon footprint, is around 6,000 years old. So the seed growth can take between 10 and 50 years to grow a seed. And if you see the size of them, I guess they're similar to the size of a coconut, but actually they're longer and wider. And not one part of the tree is wasted. These baobab trees that you see in the picture are actually quite small in terms of the way that the trunks can actually expand out. The older trees, people will hollow out the inside of the trees, and you will fit around 40 children comfortably in that tree, and that is where their classrooms are held. And that is what they use the baobab trees for. But when I just want to go back to this, 10 to 50 years for a seed to form. Now, this tree is the only tree that when the seed's formed and the seed is ripe and it starts to kind of harden and dry out, which is when you get all of the therapeutic beneficial properties, this seed does not drop to the ground like the other seeds do. No, it doesn't. You have to still physically take the seed and take it yourself and then use it for what you're going to use it for. Now, because this is our tree of life and it's ancestrally known as that, with all of the trees, with all of the seeds, all of the plants, what you'll find, and what I was looking for when I was in Ghana, I wanted to see how they were sourced. I wanted to see how the people treated them. Because when you're taken from nature, it's not just about you picking the seed and thinking, right, I'm going to take that, I'm going to make that, I'm going to send that to another country, I'm going to send that down to the market. No, you pay homage, because these are ancestral. These are where our roots are. Generations of people have been here before us. These trees have been here for a very long time. So you pay respect, you pay homage, and it's like you're carrying out a ritual before you take something from these incredible trees. They are very high in omega-3, 6 and vitamin C. Again, great for this time of the year, very nourishing, not just for hair, skin and nails, but they are natural. They have natural immune boosting properties, this oil. It's another one that supports brain health. It's also really good for promoting oral health. So for those of you that know about oil pulling, all you do, and if you don't, is you'd get a teaspoon or a tablespoon. A lot of people use coconut oil, and you can put a drop of, let's say, clove essential oil in. But what you could do instead is you could still use your coconut oil, but you could put a couple of drops of baobab seed oil in, and you swish. Now, ideally, you want to do that for about 10 to 15 minutes. But you can do it whilst you're in the shower. So you're not just standing there doing it, because I know you haven't got time to do it. But what it will do is it will release all the toxins that you've built up without even realizing it orally in your mouth. And the importance of that is your mouth is the gateway to anything bacterial, anything viral. Yeah. So you want to make sure that this area is kept cleansed and clean. And then you'd spit it out, not into the sink, you'd spit it out down into the toilet and get rid of it, because you want to release those toxins. So it's wonderful for that. It's amazing for our skin. You know, you can use it. You can add a drop to your smoothie. You can use baobab in your salad and actually, you know, get it into your system. Again, as I said, not one part of this tree is wasted. So the bark is used. Yeah, there will, maybe if you're down by the river or the savannah, you will actually carve out from the bark your canoes. You'll use the wood for firewood. You'll use the wood for cleansing, for rituals. You use the leaves, you use the seed, you pulp it, you get fruit smoothies, you get fruit juice from it. Nothing is wasted from this. Again, the baobab oil is actually 6 times higher in antioxidants than many other fruits. It contains potassium, calcium, magnesium, all of these incredible nutrients. And before I finish off, these trees, you will find them, the larger trees are out in the savannah. So they're out in these really rural parts of Africa. And there's not much rain there, but these trees will store 100,000 litres of rainwater in the trunk of the trees. So when there's no rain, when people are struggling for food because the crops aren't growing, etc., they go to the baobab tree, because the baobab tree is there and it will keep them alive. Hence, it's known as the tree of life, because it will supply them with water. So it's a real powerhouse tree. And the importance of why I do all of this is I'm not just there to look for, oh, this is a nice oil, it feels nice on the skin. I'm looking at our history. I'm bringing back a piece of our history, and you're putting that on your skin and your children's skin. And you can start to teach them about the Baobab tree. Yes, it's important to know about the oak tree and the elm tree and the lark tree, but we want to know about our tree, about our ancestry. And this is a wonderful way, I believe, of doing that, because they get to feel the oil, you get to feel the oil, you can do your own little research, look up this and start talking about our own heritage. So we're passing down that legacy to our children. And I think that's my 3 oils. I've got a little bit of information I'm going to share with you about things that are coming up for me. So tomorrow, I know it's short notice, I do a 1-hour session on the power of African seed oils, and I talk about some essential oils and how you can mix them together. It's at 7 o'clock, it's on Zoom, it's on Eventbrite. I have a 1-day grounding sister circle session down in West Sussex. And there's a gap between October and December because I'm going to Namibia on the 4th of November for all of November. I'll be there half the time because they have some very powerful carrier oils and essential oils that are only indigenous to Namibia. You can only get them there. And again, I am a person, I will go to the country, I will meet the people, I want to know about the supply chain, what happens either side of the bottle, yeah? Because when you pursue what's pure, you pursue truth. And I want to bring us truth because that's what we need to help us heal in our community. Saturday, I'm down at the UK Black Business Show. Come and see us. We're on stand C45. All the oils are there. And then I've got a couple of events next year. My Reconnect Sister Retreat, which is for 3 days down in West Sussex from the 18th to the 20th of March. 3 days of really connecting, grounding with nature, taking in all the elements. And then the Ghana Reconnect Sister Retreat is for 10 days in October of 2022 from the 7th to the 17th. And that, Brother Andrew, is the end of my brief presentation.
Wow, 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 sister. Absolutely amazing. If you can come off the share screen.
Yes, I shall indeed.
Absolutely fantastic. Just to say that Sister Shaza said positive vibrations, one and all. First Frequency, I love this, brother. First Frequency said, what is the best method of using, was it Menketi oil?
Moringa oil?
He's got Menketi.
Oh, you're asking what is the best way to use Menketi. So because I don't know how it's been sourced, so I don't know whether they've mixed any toxins in it. So if you're unsure of how the oil's been sourced, I would always say to use it topically. And the best way to test that is either use it, put a couple of drops in the hand, use it on the skin, always do a patch test to make sure you have no reaction in case they put other things in the oil and it's not pure. My oils are organically pure. The other way you test it is you rub it under the soles of your feet. They're the largest pores in the body. It will be within the bloodstream within 20 seconds and all around the cells within 20 minutes. So that's another way that you can use it, which is quite powerful.
Sister Carla says, was it Baobab?
Yeah, Baobab.
I've been trying that powder since the Birmingham event. Yeah, so literally I've been doing it. Sister J, I think, says, have you got a book? Which I know the answer to that already, but she wants to know about your book.
I do have a book. So my book is called Nature's Medicine for the Soul, but it's really focusing more on essential oils and other things to keep ourselves healthy. Because I've literally got these oils this year, but my next book will very much be inclusive of the carrier oils, but you will learn a lot about oils in that book, yes, and it's on my website. Okay. I'll put the details in a minute.
That is fantastic. I mean, it's just been brilliant, sister. And for those of you that asked a question about the book, there it is right there. Yeah, Nature's Medicine for the Soul. Yeah, absolutely. And you know, sister, it's been absolutely fantastic. You've just had pure praises, and you know they're loving you. So, sis, as I'm saying, beloved, we need you back again on a regular tip. And yeah, we thank you so much, sister. You know, can we ask you, when are you flying out next?
I fly out on the 4th of November to Namibia. It's a country I've never been before. It's a very vast country. It's the youngest country that's really gained its freedom. It only gained its freedom in 1990. It was under German rule and under apartheid. And even in 1990, they still kept hold of it and didn't release that until 1999. So I'm interested to go there. From there, I then go to Ethiopia just for a couple of days, and then I go to Ghana to sort out my retreat for next year. Yeah.
Quick question, sis, before we move on. Sister D says, do you ship to the USA?
I don't yet, Sister D. Okay, it's on I only really ship really in the UK and Europe. But Sister D, I'm going to put my details in here. Please reach out to me and let's see what we can do, because I'm a lady that says never, right? Thank you for reaching out. And
one last time, sister, can you just give us your website address again?
Yes, I will indeed. It's www.soulmelanin.com. And you'll see my email up there is abby@soulmelanin.com. I'm going to put it in the chat.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Put it in the chat.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
We've got another sister from New York, Karen, who's also interested. She's in New York. So we've got quite a few of our brothers and sisters from the USA that now want to touch base with you, sister. So, you know, there's definitely a market out there for you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Brother Andrew, as always. I'm blessed to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Always love, my queen. Always love. Brothers and sisters, what a night already. That's our sister Abby Osho, literally Soul Melanin. I just know her Soul Melanin, man. She's please, if you enjoyed that breakdown, brothers, it's about the African oils. Show some ones, brothers and sisters. Show some damn ones, because you know it's brilliant that we can now drop this knowledge with us. You know what I mean? It's absolutely brilliant. And that's what this platform is there for. Brothers and sisters, you know, as I said, this Hidden Truth series, every single Tuesday is about you. So what I'm going to do, sorry, brothers and sisters, what I'm going to do, I've got some ideas of certain events, and I want you to let me know. I'm going to do a quick poll